Hello everybody, this is Logan here with a very special video. Today, I have a very interesting and cool character to show you all. This is the new for 2022, yes you heard that correctly, 2022, animated 5.6 foot Dr. Illume, made by WOYU Metal Plastics Company. This is the first time I've ever said I owned anything by that company. This is the first animatronic I have by them. And boy, this one's a doozy. This is one of the more interesting characters by them because it's very old school. See, my dogs don't like him. This is something you definitely would have seen way back in the day by Spirit. We actually haven't gotten a scientist character like this since the Evil Scientist. So it's been a very long overdue character. This is a very cool animatronic in terms of what he does, especially the lighting effects. Now, the name Dr. Illume comes from the word illumination, which is what he does best. He lights up in a really cool way. His beaker lights up, and then his mouth and his eyes light up, and then his chest lights up. And basically, it's like he has glowing fluid in that beaker, and then he drinks it, it's like it's infecting his face. And then he swallows it, and it's just, like, gurgling inside of his chest. And it's like he's just thrashing around in pain. And he's, like, having a very bad physical reaction. You can see it, like, his veins are bulging out of his face and his chest and even in his hands. And it's, like, a very intense reaction. It's really cool. And I really like this animatronic. It's very disturbing and scary, and I like it. It's definitely not like a lot of the more monstrous characters that I have. It's actually a human just suffering. I say that in a really enthusiastic way. That makes me sound like a psychopath now, doesn't it? It's definitely a more interesting character. It's not a zombie, it's a human, which is different. It's very different. Usually Spirit would do a zombie suffering and dying. No, this is a human being, which is more on the edgy side for Spirit. Something that they wouldn't normally do. So that's new. Dr. Illume, a lot of people have been really complaining about his height. And I went on live and really showed off his height. Had next to twitching Banshee. Banshee is a very tall animatronic. And he actually, he's all the way up to her shoulders. So, just for everyone who's been complaining about how he's crappy because of his height, no, he's not. He's up to fucking twitching Banshee's shoulder, and she's like 6.5 feet tall. He's literally just about 6 feet tall. And he's a little bit on the shorter side, yeah. So he retails for $220. I got mine for about, like, friends just saying this price out loud. I got mine for about $300, and no, that's not really me trying to flex because I kind of feel like I got scammed a little bit. Let me explain why mine was a little more pricey. I paid for next day shipping, which is why I have him now. I wanted to get mine ASAP. I wanted to see him in person ASAP. I wanted to really just see this animatronic. And the next day shipping was $20, and then everything else just bumped up significantly, all the way up to almost $300, which I don't think he's worth $300. Do I think I really overspent? Absolutely, for sure. I think the $220 is also a lot for this character. Don't get me wrong. I think he should be more towards like $175. I think that's a really generous price for this animatronic. Yeah, so like the other all-in-only animatronics that I've shown off, he does have the normal Spirit box. A lot of people have been wanting to see this box. The box really isn't that huge, which is really nice. Gosh, I guess I'm tired of these huge boxes. Here's the side. I do like these pictures of him. Here's the back. You can pause that so you can read that story. Oh, and there, it says price. The ANIM 1113. On the other side, There's that, his description. Well, I already showed the back. So yeah, that's him. In the top, this is Dr. Illume. A lot of people like to call him Dr. Illume. It is pronounced Illume, like illumination. This animatronic, in terms of build, like, not like assembling him, but just how he's designed, really reminds me of Experimental Eddie. Especially like at this part with the chest and the neck being separate pieces. It kind of the animation. Now the animation isn't exactly like Eddie's, but it reminds me of him. A really funny quirk about this animatronic though is whenever you move him, his speaker will pop. So like, I'll show you. If I can get him to do it with one hand. Yeah, did you hear that pop? Do it again. He's kind of hard to move with just one hand. Yeah, I won't do it again. But yeah, whenever like I adjusted him for this video because he stopped in the down position, I pushed him up and the speaker went like pop, which was really interesting. And I did a couple of times just to kind of mess with him. I mean, yeah, he kept going pop, 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 and he's not even plugged in. So that was really funny that he did that. I don't think it's like a bad thing. I think it's just that the motor and the speaker kind of connected in a way. That was really fun to kind of just mess with him like that. Obviously, I recommend you're a little more gentle with him because you don't want to break your animatronic, especially an expensive one like this. But that was really, really funny. The detailing on this guy, really nice. I like the sculpt on the face. He looks like he's in a lot of pain and agony, and I like the veins bulging out of just his body, you know, and even on the hands. The shoes actually have molded on socks, but they paint it like it's his flesh. It's just really weird. See, it's textured like socks, but they paint it like flesh. That was weird. And this is actually hard plastic. The whole thing is hard plastic except for the chest. Chest is a very thin, flimsy plastic. It's probably just for the light illumination. Some nice things about it. So there is no undershirt. It's all sewn together. The pants Velcro onto the hip loop. Now, I don't know if other WO items are like that. I'm used to kind of SVI's elastic pants that just kind of hug around the hip loop. So that was a really nice addition. Thank you so much. The chest piece is attached to the shoulder bracket. So that's all one piece as well, which is, again, really nice. This was easy to plug in. Everything was pretty easy. It was a very simple assembly. The only issue is the fact that everything was not labeled correctly, because instructions say connect pole A to the pole B, except there is no pole A, pole B. It's just pole left, pole right. So, which was really annoying that WO did that again. They did it with Mr. Howell as well, and it made his assembly really annoying. The audio quality on this guy is also really, really nice, which is a plus. Another thing I don't like the staining on the clothing. I just think it looks a little lazy. I'm thinking about getting him a doctor's outfit and just kind of redoing it, especially with the staining, and giving him kind of like this green, kind of toxic theme staining on the clothing to resemble more towards the chemicals and the beaker. So like he kind of spilt them on himself a little bit. Like he's ingested a lot more than just that beaker full. Because it kind of looks like it just from like the physical reactions he's already having, like with the veins already kind of popping out and stuff. And yeah, so I'll go ahead and show him in action. Really cool prop to show off in the dark, by the way. He does need a minute to kind of turn on. It has to be had a constant mode, but he's not SVI, so which sucks a little bit. See, now he's acting all funny. That's interesting that you can actually adjust where he moves at. That's weird. So that first activation, he's not normally like that. He's normally like this. So you can actually kind of adjust where he moves, which is interesting. Oh yeah, he moves pretty well. But yeah, that is the animated Dr. Illume by WOYU Metal Plastics Company. Overall, this is an animatronic I highly recommend. My dog set him off. But this is an animatronic I highly recommend. Hands down, a really nice animatronic. And we'll turn him off real quick. I kind of like him in this position now that I'm not reviewing him. I do like him overall. I didn't like him initially, but I do now that I really looked over his footage a lot. But overall, this is a really nice animatronic, and it's one I recommend, especially if you get a coupon. It just luckily it's online only, so this is not a character that will last very long. At least I don't think he will. I think he should have been sold in stores. But yeah, that is Dr. Illume. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below, and I'll answer to the best of my ability. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.